Hey, it's Greg Harrelson again with, from Century 21, the Harrelson Group. And I want to talk about a subject that's just not talked about in real estate that often, and that is opportunity cost. So I invited a guest to talk with me about opportunity cost and just share with you how to actually determine what your opportunity costs are on your current investment. Maybe you own a condo, maybe you own a home, and you're just wanting to know how's your investment doing. So let me introduce the guest and we'll jump right into the conversation. With us, I've got Jeremy Finger with River Bend Wealth Management, a financial advisement firm here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Jeremy, thank you so much for joining and helping me out here.
Well, thank you very much, Greg. I appreciate you having me.
Well, good. So opportunity cost. I deal with real estate investors, and a lot of times they'll call me up and say, hey, I'm wondering if I should sell my property. Should I not sell my property? Should I reinvest it? I naturally just ask them questions, like, okay, well, what property is it? And then I will know at that point kind of what the value of that property is. Let's say the value is $100,000, and I will ask them how much mortgage do they have, and maybe they say to me they don't have any mortgage, or they have $50,000 as a mortgage. I'll ask them, well, can you tell me what your net annualized return is? Unfortunately, if somebody has a mortgage, a lot of times it's a negative return. And then, sometimes, especially if it's an oceanfront condo, if they don't have a mortgage and they factor in all their costs, maybe they're making $3,000 off of a $100,000 asset that they own free and clear, maybe a 3% annualized return. But I know in the financial world, financial advisors, whether it's securities or real estate or any type of investing, they always factor in opportunity cost. Can you tell me what opportunity costs are, and then maybe kind of break it down and say, okay, what would my opportunity cost be if I had a $100,000 asset free and clear and I'm making a $3,000 return every year?
Okay, so good question, Greg. And that's very common. A lot of my clients have real estate and they run things by me like this. And what you're doing here is very good to help educate people. So let's just say in your example here, you had a $100,000 property free and clear, making $3,000 net.
Okay. Net, yes, net. That's net. My example.
That's right, net. After all expenses. Okay, great. And so what you really have is you have a $100,000 asset getting 3%. Is there a way you can take that same $100,000 and get 6%, 4%, 5%? So 3, 4, 5, 6,000. Okay. When you're able to increase your return, that's the opportunity cost you're leaving on the table if you don't do anything.
Okay, so let me pause on and kind of interrupt you a little bit, because I want to make sure this is sitting right. So let's just assume that I own that oceanfront condo and I'm making $3,000 net, so a 3% return.
Yep.
I could sell that and I could go buy say a $150,000 house, put $100,000 down, have a $50,000 mortgage. And maybe my return after paying mortgage payments, collecting rent and everything is 7%. Okay, so I got a 3% where I am. I could buy a house as an investment and get 7%, hypothetically. Right. My opportunity costs are 4%?
Yeah, it's 4%, yes, but it's even better. It's even more than that, because your return more than doubles. So instead of you making 3%, you're making 7%. So you're looking at when you think of strictly investment purposes, you're over doubling your return on your money, which is a gargantuan difference. Okay, provided that all risks are equal. Okay, if the $150,000 house risk-wise from a real estate standpoint is the same as a condo, if it's the exact same, it's an enormous difference to get a 7% return versus a 3%.
That's a really interesting way to say. And the reason why I bring a professional on to have these conversations, because you all, in the financial world, you'll see things a little bit different, or analyze things a little bit different through a different lens than real estate investors. And that's brilliant. Again, this is a wonderful thing to say. So I'm thinking 3% goes to 7%. Man, I just think I just got another 4%. But the reality is, if I think about it, instead of getting $3, I'm getting $7. $3 to $7. So really, that's over 100%
Well,
increase.
that's right. And every year. That's every year. So $4 this year, $4 next year, $4 a year after that, extra on top of all of it. So it is when you talk about compounding over time, it's a huge number.
So if you're able to sell something, reposition into another investment, and you can go from 3% to, let's just say, 6%. If you did something like that, really, you're getting really about 100% increase in return.
That's right.
Is that accurate?
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So I think what happens in real estate, a lot of times people say, well, 3%, 6%, it's really not really, that much difference. But, and maybe it doesn't look like that much difference when you just see 3%, 6%, but when you put it into perspective of like, no, it's 100% increase. It's a 100% improvement. Then that's a reason to start evaluating your investment. So I know one of the things that I've done, and sometimes I'll have property and I'll say, hey, Jeremy, this is the value, this is the return that I'm getting. Do you think I should start, do you think I should consider buying this? And then you always ask me, well, what are your returns going to be? And then I tell you, sometimes you're saying yes, sometimes you're saying no, but it's based on this analysis. Of course, assuming that the risk, I'm not being exposed to any additional risk, or if I can actually make more percent, higher opportunity cost, and I can reduce the risk, then that's a double benefit right there, which is what I look for.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay, well, good. Well, that's a great conversation about opportunity costs. Hey, Jeremy, tell us if anybody has real estate and they want to maybe talk to a financial advisor to ask, hey, can you analyze the risk and the return off of this and tell me if there's something that I should be looking at? What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
You can give me a call at 843-222-6602. Or you can email me at Jeremy, Jeremy, at riverbendwm.com.
Okay, Jeremy at riverbend.com. And are you on Facebook by chance?
I'm on Facebook at Riverbend Wealth Management. You can Google Riverbend Wealth Management. It'll come up that way. And I also have a Riverbend Wealth Management YouTube channel. So,
okay. Well, awesome. Well, good.
Call me, email me, whatever questions you may have. I'll be happy to answer anything you got.
All right. Well, hey, I thank you again for, sharing your knowledge. And as I said the last time, we'll do more of these as we think of those important subjects that we need to share with the consumer.
Yep. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it, buddy.
All right. Thank you.